This guy almost showed up late.
Never. It's 5:28. I would never be late.
Almost showed up late to our 500th episode.
Dude, you know what?
But
Almost being late is being on time.
let me get to the point. But as Mr. Reliable always does, you always come through in the clutch, Cage. You're here.
That's
And
it.
I think it's gonna be a really, really fun episode. I'll tell you guys right off the bat. I have a few surprises that I haven't even told Cage about.
Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's gonna be a blast. This morning, Cage called me and said, "Let's do something fun. Let's go live." Kind of reminded me of, hey, we did this on New Year's, where we had like this huge Zoom call, and everyone kind of got the chance to meet each other, just jam, talk, ask questions, a whole variety of stuff. So we'll be bringing people on as well. If you're in our Discord, that's where I'll share our StreamYard link. You'll join in, and I'll add you. So
if you're watching on YouTube, get into the Discord, raise your hand, make yourself seem interesting, and we'll get you on there. Yo, 500, that's it, Blair.
I have all my favorite drinks.
You got a little vino there?
Wine.
Ooh.
Water.
Ooh.
And tea.
I'm
super excited.
I don't think I'm going out later. Maybe I should get some alcohol. I don't really drink, but celebrate 500 maybe. That would be nice.
You don't leave the house. You're a homebody. You just eat bacon with your kids.
I got a whole thing ready to rock.
All right. So first thing.
Bacon with your kids. There's Chinese food. Chinese food on the way tonight. I'm celebrating 500 with Chinese food. Some ribs.
Even at 500, we're still going to deliver value. And I have a few things I want to talk to you guys about. I want to talk about KD versus Curry and my takeaway with that. I want to start with this. I have another topic too. It was a good feeling. So I bought into an NFT, Cage.
Yep.
And then I sold it, but I sold it that I left meat on the bone,
Mm-hmm.
I sold it and it went up. And I felt good that the person who bought it from me also profited. And it got me thinking. I'm seeing this whole situation with Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, right?
Yep.
And you're hearing his take on all this stuff, and it's obvious something's up, right, with him. And it got me thinking about this scarcity versus abundance mindset that we always live.
Ooh, okay.
Right? And you didn't think it would go that direction, right? And it's whatever you believe in, right? But
well, it also is relative, right? I mean, to say that Scottie Pippen, who made, 9 figures during his playing career and, I don't know, did his own thing, to say that he's on the scarcity side of the equation.
That's not what I mean. And this is what I meant by it. Like we always
Dude, what are you doing? Oh, jeez. That sounded like a jackhammer. I was like, what is going on there?
People know I'm powerful. Talking about the jackhammer.
Yeah, of course. Why the hell not? By the way, I just have to make you laugh. I told you, you know this is coming. I picked Ian up in a rental car today. Right? I picked him up in a rental car today because my wife's out on business. I picked him up in a rental car today.
Did you bake it out? Because I hate the smell of new cars. And I love baking out rental cars.
When he got in the car, he says, "Who had this car before you, Andrew?" There's like a burn hole in the passenger seat, and he goes.
I don't endorse burning property, but nice music, like a little bit of the Chronic, Dr. Dre, and
nice, a little Chronic. It's nice.
Dude, Defiant Ones is one of my favorite documentaries, but that's not what I meant about scarcity mindset.
All right,
Scottie doesn't need to compare himself to Michael Jordan. Scottie only needs to compare himself to himself. And did he reach his full potential? Mm-hmm. You don't need to go out there and say, I'm better than Michael or any of this stuff. Dude, were you the best you could possibly be? At the end of the day, we all have different talents. We all have a different set of cards that we're dealt with. Just play yours the best way you can. So when I'm seeing that, I see someone that's looking for attention and is living in just a scarcity mindset.
I didn't think you were going there because you started off this little like in the chat. Can you guys hear like a little echo? Okay, now I think it's gone. So let's just make sure it's not my wired headphones, my ridiculous not using technology. But I don't know if people remember this, but when Scottie had a chance to get his contract, he took like a discounted deal. Like he did not sign for like a huge contract. He took one of these contracts where like it was very, very team friendly, and he had stuff going on. He was taking care of family members, and it was his first real payday. He was it was his first time to really sign a big deal, and he signed what came to be known as a pretty low value contract for someone of his caliber. I think he gets crap for that now, and I think he finally, half of me is saying, all right, well, Andrew's going here, leaving meat on the bone, he didn't go out there and try to get every dollar he could and blah, blah, blah. But it really, I think it went the other way. I think because of that, he's been answering questions about that. It was brought up in the Last Dance documentary, how, Scotty may not have been the best businessman out there. I think it's being proven again right now with his ridiculous tour that he's going on.
But that's the point. When he left meat on the bone,
Yep.
You only leave meat on the bone when you have an abundance mindset. When you believe in the future, you'll get yours. It'll come to you. And it came a point where it flipped. It was like Michael got his and I never got mine. It was never, okay, my career's done, but I have this huge profile. I have 6 rings. Why don't I learn how to become a businessman? How do I maximize my potential, right? So instead he's looking for this fight instead of looking, how can I be the best Scotty I could be? Become a businessman, like he has all the resources. It's really a shame. 6 rings, man. Think about his resume. He could look at all the success that Shaq's had.
Yep.
Look at all the success Charles Barkley's had, who has a fraction of the wins that Scotty.
You know what I think part of it is? And you could tell me this, right? You could tell me what your story is. I think that for people to obtain the level of success that these guys have, they have an ego. They have to have an ego. Even the 11th man on an NBA team was the alpha male of a town, of a city, maybe even of a state. Like Mr. Basketball from Indiana might not even make the NBA. Like all of these guys who get to that level, they are alphas. And it reminds me of like Kobe and Shaq. You brought up Shaq, right? Like they both were great, right? And Shaq, the first 3 titles, won Finals MVP I think 3 times in a row. And there was that ongoing like, whose team was it? Like who's the boss? Who was the main? Who? And did it switch over obviously to Kobe's team after? And Shaq going over. And it's amazing that happens, right? Like you would think Scotty, one of the 75, or I know he was part of the NBA top 50. I don't remember if he made the 75. He's got to be, right?
No one has his resume.
But that's not enough. It's not enough to be considered one of the greatest of a generation. It's not enough to be considered, okay, do you really have to go out and say, I'm better than what is universally considered the best player ever? And what's funny about it is you and I think about it logically. We think about it reasonably. And it's because we're not Scottie Pippen.
We're not in his position.
We're not the guy. And Scotty's an interesting one, too, because he wasn't Mr. Basketball. Like, he played for, I think, like a junior college. He was well, I think he transferred or something, but he basically was like, his success came after the fact, but still, when you get to that level and you play at that level, you know what it would be like if in 5 years for youngsters watching our show now and listening, if it would be like, the Splash Brothers go on to win another couple championships now, and Clay came out and said that he was a better player than Steph.
It'd be terrible. It would ruin everything. It would literally ruin everything. They're perfect the way they are and in their roles. And by the way, I was watching Kobe's interview today, and he said the reason why that beef kind of started, what like pushed him over the edge, was simply Shaq saying that Kobe can't win without me. Something so subtle like that. Like, why does that even matter? Cage says that to me every single day. Literally,
I do.
He's like,
literally,
yo, bitch.
Every day.
Don't make the big man mad.
That's what I said. That's it. Don't make me mad. I got Shyway vlogs on speed dial. We could run this thing back.
Do you remember when we recorded with Shy?
Yeah.
He was like 17 minutes late, came in with his Rolex. His bed behind him wasn't made. He gave us a tour of his house, and there was just a huge hole.
Yeah. And inside the hole in the wall was like $100,000 in cards.
Yeah, and a gold kaboom frame.
That's also known as a Manhattan safe. It's a hole in the drywall where you hide your cards down in the. That's the
honestly.
deal.
Have you seen those? That'd be kind of like a cool house, like a cool bedroom inside of a safe.
So, dude, it's funny. We start talking about that. Think of the guests we've had. Think of how long ago it was when David Peck came on, and that dude is still tweeting every day a little complaint about PSA today. Where the heck are my cards? He's still, he's still posting all the cool wrestling cards. Jeremy Padower and Gary Vee. Just think of the list of amazing guests. But what's more important than the guests? Think of all the people. Right? Think of all of the Luca Nation members. I can't wait to see who's coming in. I got to tell you, I can't wait to see.
So tell them the idea, and I'll execute on it. But tell them what you wanted people to do.
Well, what I'd love is, and this is what people want, right? So our Lucas Tigers will eventually get here, guys. We're minting. There are a bunch minted during our promotion. One of the Tigers has coffee cup and a cage around it, right? And I think there's 20 of those that are eventually going to be minted when all is said and done. And the goal was for us to have a Coffee with Cage episode with those folks, right? And they come in and they are able to ask questions and they're able to be part of that Coffee with Cage episode, which is, our most popular segment. And so I said, hey, look, for the 500 episode, why don't we bring people in to ask their questions instead of just, being a bubble on the bottom of the, the deal. Go ahead and ask and say hello and hang around and chat for a couple minutes.
You'll probably take my place. You will probably take my place. You will be head of operations for Lucas Tiger Brands.
Well, I doubt that. But, listen, we definitely have the best community in the business because we've been through thick. We've been through thin. We've helped people with grading. We've helped people with onboarding of a Discord, NFTs. We've done the Marvel break, which eventually the people who graded with us will get their cards back. We've done, all walks of the hobby through thick, thin, good, and bad.
Digital pack rips.
Yeah, man. And people,
people's Ethereum and MetaMask just purchases and creations.
People are, it's a growing community. And for us to be growing when, there were months during this year and during the 500 episode where, I would consider it a lean time in the hobby. A lot of content creators during our 500 episodes have come and gone. A lot have come and gone. And we're still here, man. We're steady Eddie. So that's the thought.
It reminds me, I'll give people a quick lesson of something I learned. 4 different ways to win. Okay. So you could outcompete, right? In the beginning, it's just hard work. In the 1 to 2 years, you just got to outwork people. In 2 to 5 years, you got to out-improve them, right? Read the right books, learn, out-improve. Over a 10-year period, out-strategize. What moves are you making? But the real way to win, and this is what separates Buffett's and, Steve Jobs and those guys, outlast. It's funny. Just outlasting people and staying in the game is such a fascinating concept that as you get old,
outlast.
Dude, I love Remember the Titans. Literally.
Wow.
So
that's Hamilton, actually.
Oh, then that's no good. Happy 500th. Shout out Basketball Card Guy. 500. David Miller, happy 500. What's up, David?
I got the Basketball Fanatics magazine in the mail yesterday. Hey now.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Hey now.
Different guy, but I understand.
I know. But still, you saw it's basketball, so that's what it popped up in my brain. Tony Harley. What time is it in Australia? Is it like bedtime or are they just waking up? I never know. Luke Longley, the greatest Aussie player, right? Thick and thin. Thick equals Cage, thin equals Andrew. Maybe.
Don't be confused. Confused. We're both big bodies.
Andrew's only considered thin when standing next to me. That's the deal.
That's true. That's
Discord
facts.
never got YouTube notified. 500 Club. Get in there. Get in the Discord. Happy 500. Oh, Ms. This guy. Cardfather. Hey, Cardfather. This guy's the best.
They call me Gordito at the boxing gym.
Really? Oh, yeah. I wonder what they would call me. The Crunchwrap Supreme?
Curry Durant. And watching that game, I thought it reminded me of a quote from Gladiator, right? Win the audience, win your freedom. And I missed.
That's a good one. That's a good.
You've heard that, right? Remember he said that to Marcus Aurelius?
Of course.
Win the audience, win the whatever. Go ahead.
No, Marcus Aurelius was dead when he said it. Cosimo says it to Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. It's movies, man. I know my shit.
You know your shit. And it reminded me, and in one sense, it's actually that's kind of depressing and sad. Durant is so phenomenal but he's never won the audience.
Nope.
And that, it blew my mind. I was like, huh.
Who said that?
I had
you came up with that yourself?
I had the connection.
Good. I like that. That is very good. Because you're right. I watch him play. He's disconnected. And sometimes it looks like he's just floating. He's out there doing his own thing. But you're right. There's no flow of energy between him and the crowd also. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing. Like Steph, you could see he plays on the crowd. You could see he'll take a 3-pointer and like look at the opposing bench, even when he misses. You know, like there's a playfulness to it. There's a kid who's grown up and thrown. Cage knows his Latin. I try, Carlo. That's the Pastry family, man. Those guys, they know their stuff too. So we're the best audience. We really do. We're the best community in the world. As these names come in, I have a story for like every single one of these folks, which is just, it really is just an amazing thing.
I think man, we spent time getting to know them, and like we're like, these people are freaking awesome.
Pastry family. Cool. They got a budding magician over there as well. They do walk-in Wednesdays. They got a doctor. They got their daughter does little magic tricks and stuff on Monday. It's cool, man. It really is. It's good stuff. And listen, I would love to see like I'm going to use this as a bad example, but I think like a Kardashian type of like the whole family blows up in the card space would be so cool. That's reckless. That's the reckless family's going to blow up. That's the Kardashians of the house.
I'm using Kardashian, like you don't have to behave like them, but like that whole family won. And that was kind of cool.
Yeah, 100%. It's good stuff. I'm with you. I mean, I think it's a great analysis on Durant, man. I mean, he's doing it. It's like he's going through the motions and without emotion. I'm with you. I think it's a great analysis.
Dude, this is my high school buddy.
Jim Clark.
Yeah.
Nice.
Freaking awesome dude, man. Awesome dude. Just a guy that wasn't given the most like athletic talent. I think we've always vibed with this. And he just took what he got and he ran, man. He became a LaSalle D1 goalie, completely exceeded his talent. Then he went on to get a CFA. He's high up at Comcast now, MBA. Just came from very little and just worked his way up, man. And
here's the best part. Jim is a high school buddy of yours, and you're out there live on YouTube, and they're checking you out. You know, they're checking out the show, which is nice. 500 episodes in, you know, coming in for the anniversary episode here, 500 episodes. There's nobody from my high school who's checking out this because most of them are dead. I'm that old.
You're an idiot, dude. You're 13 years older than me.
All right, so what are we talking about next, man? What do we got?
I got you a gift.
Oh, I love gifts.
And so here, and this is going to be a giveaway. Cage will decide how we do it, but I couldn't hold back. I bought 20 packs, okay? 10 silver, 10 blue wave, and I'm giving them away to our community.
Did the silver sell out? Okay, good. I didn't buy any. I didn't get any today. I may be on strike.
Okay, so hear me out, Cage.
Go, shoot.
So 20 packs, 10 blue, 10 silver. We're going to give them away to our community.
Ooh.
How we're going to do it is going to be confusing because they don't have a gifting function, but I promise you we'll make it work. But Cage, 2 packs, the first 2 are yours. And I'll explain why. And I brought them purposely for you. Dude, 500 Days of Summer is my favorite rom-com. Favorite rom-com.
Days of Summer. It's a good movie.
It's so good. It's so good. Thank you. What was I saying?
I don't remember.
This show would not be possible without you. So I'm not an easy person to work with, hence why I've never had success at a corporation. I'm also demanding. I also am relentless, and my brain never stops working.
This is true.
You've been able to take that and package it and guide it in the right direction. And anytime I'm like anxious and flustered and want to rip people's face off, you make a joke and calm me down. And anytime I come out with like a million ideas, you're like, all right, what do we need to do?
That's it.
You're a great example, a great mentor, a great leader.
Oh,
2 packs are going to you.
Yay!
And then we're going to start doing other shit.
We're giving stuff away.
Ready?
Yeah. Let's go.
Are you ready to pick?
I'm ready.
All right. And start thinking about how we could start pulling people in.
However,
who's the first person to ask? Well, I'm not managing the Discord. I'm talking. And, which ones do you want? Pick 2. We'll pick 1.
All right. The silver that's on the left side of your screen right there.
This one.
There. Yes. Perfect. Woohoo! I'm excited. Panini, where's Brett? We're opening a pack. And these, for the first time,
5.
I think you get a silver, you get a blue wave parallel, you get a pulsar parallel, and 2 base in this pack.
Nikhil.
So what is that? What is that? Is that the silver?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a base.
What's it out of? Okay, so that's a base.
200.
I can't see.
That's out of 200.
It's out of 200?
No, it's out of 2000.
Okay, so then that's a base.
The zeros are tiny. Oh, it's right here.
Hey, it's Nikhil. You like Nikhil Alexander Walker?
I actually do. All right, Derek Rose, 1880, round number, nothing.
Also base. So the next 3 should be parallels.
Let's go. Joe Harris.
Blue wave Joe Harris. All right. This could be probably the pulsar. Pulsar.
Right, dude, they'd load it up. I
Fred
mean,
Van Vliet. And this is going to be the silver out of 149, I think. I don't have any of these yet. And it is...
stop. Oh, 149 out of 149. Last serial. Last man, Kyle Anderson.
Yeah. Bang! They call that a perfect serial. 149 out of 149. An imperfect card, but a perfect serial. Hey now, Kyle Anderson. Mr. Anderson. I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Thank you.
One more, and I'll go to the Discord. I'll start pulling people in.
All right, do the same. Yeah, on the right side, right there, the one where your mouse. Yeah, right there, right there. Perfect.
I'm right here.
Perfect. There you go. Boom.
Dude, this is so much fun.
I'm excited.
I get the adrenaline with no.
I gotta buy some of these. It's cool to open a pack, even though I don't think you can really get in your money's worth.
D-Lo.
But it's fun opening packs. D-Lo
literally shot the Timberwolves out of the game. This is how bad he is. Even when he's cold, he shoots more, and Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns don't shoot. That's literally dude. Let me talk about Denny Avdija real quick.
Denny Avdija, yes.
I've been watching him. Do you know the best defensive team in the league, or top 3, is Washington?
Yeah, because they all have good roles, man. They play good team ball. We talked about this. And Denny's a good... What do we
Ben Wallace. You haven't heard that name since the Malice in the Palace.
And they're making cards of him. Ben Wallace. This should be the Pulsar.
Iverson!
Nice. You got a little Iverson Pulsar. What's that? What's the number?
237.
All right. Little Iverson Pulsar. Who's going to be the silver? What we got? We got a rookie in there, maybe? Is that Gallinari?
Yeah, and it's almost jersey number, even though it's...
I recognize it.
Shite. Stop giving me shite. All right.
Hopefully that means we got the crappy ones out of the way. And the ones that are going to be given away to the audience, to our Luca Nation, are going to be good, right? And we're glad because we're doing this people in the Discord, which means hopefully we got some Tigers in there, getting rewards, a little value, a little fun stuff. That's it, man. A little fun stuff.
I'm going to the Discord. What
cool.
else?
Take your time. Take your time. Listen, 500 episodes. You said nice stuff about me. Let me thank you, right? Because I started this journey with Captain Andrew over here back in July, thinking we'd get on and we'd talk a little bit here and there. And, my cousin Larry, maybe my neighbor, maybe my brother would listen. Andrew would have a couple friends who would listen, some of the senoritas down in Mexico. And it's turned into a worldwide global phenomenon, this thing, just as he said it would. I can remember ending my evenings many times laughing at what Andrew said this was going to turn into. And yet I have to tell you, every one of his predictions has come true so far. And we are not stopping. 500 episodes. Who else has done 500 episodes in less than a year and a half? What's wrong with us? We're insane.
Well, I think what we do that's a little different is we kind of record our conversations. It's just kind of stream of consciousness, catcher in the rye. This is what I'm thinking about today. And I think it takes a little bit of vulnerability to do that, right? Because when you show up every day, it doesn't give you a lot of time on the blackboard to really map out what you think. So you kind of try to figure it out as you go.
You know what I think? Doing this many episodes, just showing up and actually doing it, it doesn't give us a chance to really pat ourselves on the back, which I hate when people do. I'd love to spend a few hours and put together a list of all the winners, the Austin Matthews and all of your plays and picks and blah, blah, blah. But who the hell cares? Because this world and this hobby is, what have you done for me lately, folks? We know that. So that's why every single day, new episode. And I got to tell you, I love it because I don't know if we could do this with any other topic. But the hobby is the gift that keeps on giving, man. The sports, the cards, you name it. 500 episodes, a lot of 2 liters. Scott, think about how much money I've spent on soda during this show. 100%. That's a very good point. Cheers.
Cheers to you, bro.
Look at what my cup It didn't look like this when we started. There was ink on here. Yankees fading, just like the team, just like the organization, fading like this cup. It's terrible. Knowing that when I'm in the car, I want to hear about cards. There's a new episode every day. My kids think it's card radio. That's it. That was Andrew's idea. Card radio. Do your kids like when Andrew drops an F-bomb every now and again, though? That's what I want to know. They say, "Daddy, what was that word?"
I think with the internet, like kids are desensitized. Don't you think? Like at the palm of their hands, 8 years old, they could go on the internet and search. Who knows what they're, I
remember thinking the first time I listened to Gary Vee, why does this dude curse so much? And then it became a thing. I remember people were like, why do you need? And he actually he made some comments about it. He's like, this is just the way I talk. Like, I'm not gonna stop doing that. And interesting stuff. It really is.
He's maturing. I think he curses a lot less now.
Well, the things that would get you canceled 20 years ago will not get you canceled now, and vice versa. I think that it's an ever-changing thing. So it is what it is, man.
I was watching Peter Schiff, and this is like anti-Bitcoin, anti-crypto guy. And he was just talking about like the state of the economy. He was on the Impulsive show.
Okay.
And he was just talking about crypto and NFTs and this whole world that like the only reason that crypto and Bitcoin have value is because somebody believes that at a later date they could sell it for more.
Correct.
Where gold has always had intrinsic value. Like you could use it for stuff and actually believe it or not, you could use it for more things today than you could 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you think cards have intrinsic value?
No.
Kind of?
No, but the intrinsic value of gold is similar to the intrinsic value of cards. It's a decorative thing. People use gold to show wealth. There's very little like,
There's more than you think. I thought that too, but there is actually
more use of gold. You mean in what? Like in car parts?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very small amounts. And catalytic converters you're talking about? Which, by the way, most cars don't even have anymore. But
it is mostly aesthetic, though. I do agree.
So, but yeah, I get what
space exploration. That's a bold one. It's a bold
space
statement.
Exploration. Some people would say space exploration, is being funded by Dogecoin now. So you never know. But I get it. I get the thought. And look, most of these things are based on the fact that you could sell them, for more than you're buying it for. I mean, that's assets. You know what I mean? That's the asset. The thing is, what I'll say is there are a segment of hobbyists out there who consider themselves pure collectors. And those pure collectors, they buy their cards, allegedly, if you believe them, without a care for what it will sell for. They want the card. It's something they want to own, like buying gold as a necklace or earrings or whatever it is. And the goal in buying it is not, hey, I'm buying this gold so that I can sell it for more down the road. It's I'm buying this gold because I want to wear that watch. I want to wear that bracelet. I want to wear that necklace. There are people out there in the hobby who say, this is just a card that I want to have. Like, I don't plan on selling it. I don't want to sell it. I'm not buying it with any eye towards reselling it. Those are collectors. We've talked to quite a few of them. That's not me. There is a price that I would take for everything that I own in my collection. Everything. Doesn't matter which card it is. No matter how long I've owned it. My Babe Ruth cards that I've owned for more than 2 decades now, I'd sell them. The right price, I'd sell them. Shoot.
Is that right?
100%.
What do you think? It's crazy that we're at Thanksgiving this next month.
Next week, yep.
I mean, Thanksgiving, then you have Christmas. You know how it goes.
And Hanukkah.
When does Hanukkah?
The week of Thanksgiving. It's crazy early this year. I don't know what your people are doing. They can't just come up with like, hey, Hanukkah, December 25th. Can't do that.
Dude,
they say
all people are my people.
Oh, that's so nice. You should make a shirt of that. Like, good vibes and all people are my people. Puff.
There's a lot of good vibe shirts. And someone actually put Puff in the comments. Now I know you've been lying to me. You can read them.
I can't read the comments.
Jay Lee.
Hello, gents. Congrats on 500. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Dude, we're going to see a lot of people in Vegas, but let's talk 2022. What do you think?
2022.
Macroeconomically, here's how I see it, and then you'll tell me. I don't think that the Fed and the government's going to raise interest rates until after midterms. Like,
Wow.
I don't know. I just don't think that the Democrats would do that. Like, it would crush the economy. It would hurt things a lot. And I just don't think that things are going to change until 2023. What do you expect for cards? Do you see one more boom? Like, do you see another August 2020?
This reminds me of an all-time question from the show when you famously asked Buster, what does 10 years from now look like? And his response was, it looks like 2030. I mean, that was a very good one. That was a good answer, Buster. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, money's cheap right now. And when money is cheap, it allows the economy to be bolstered up by that cheap money. That's the hobby, that's investing, that's NFTs, that's the housing market. It's anything. If you could borrow money cheap, I think it also fosters small businesses. It fosters payroll. It allows companies to thrive, borrow money to hire people, you name it. When that changes and money is not as cheap, there's less new companies, there's less small businesses started, there's less entrepreneurship because it's not as easy to get money to fund for those things. You could even go as far as to say, hobby related, think of all the money that's been invested in the hobby, right? It seems like every day we have another funding round of $75 million to this company. And the Luka Tiger LeBron podcast is getting buyout offers from people left and right. Like, people want to just buy our podcast. But in all seriousness, it's that's because money's cheap, right? People will think if the interest rates go up and it's not as easy to borrow money with the thought of being able to make it back and make back more on that money than what the rates are that you're borrowing it at. When interest rates go up, it's not as easy. That money flow for lending is there's not as much of it out there. So, I hope things stay the way they are. I think that it has kind of spurred economic growth and investment. 2023, I guess, huh? Hey now.
I don't know. It's fun to discuss. I don't know. I didn't even explore that take. I like to listen to contrary opinions, right? Like, here I am. Like, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin, very bullish on crypto, very bullish on that stuff.
Yep.
But then I'm like, dude, gold hasn't moved in 10 years. And our economy's not doing super well. And here, yeah, we are kind of being sold a little bit of I don't want to call it a pump and dump, but everything has levels. I think levels is a better word. And we have all of these new levels coming in crypto. And I'm like, should I put a little money into gold?
Maybe. Maybe.
Should I put a little money into vintage Pop 2 baseball cards of like, should I buy like
there are very old men on old stations at night telling you that you should buy gold. Right? There are guys, they sell diapers and they sell gold. Are they wrong? It's a different mindset. And if we really are true about preaching, diversification, then yeah, man. I mean, why the hell not? I mean, gold, Bitcoin, they're kind of two sides of a hedge against the dollar and inflation, right? So just a different way of accomplishing the same goal.
People are trying to mint. This is kind of cool.
People are trying to mint tigers?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Who's minting a tiger?
I think people are struggling to join the StreamYard link.
Is that what's going on?
I think. I'm not sure.
That's no fun.
Here's the question. Do you have a play today?
My play is never bet against Luka Tiger LeBron. Today is a fun episode. Coffee with Cage episodes, I don't bring plays. So, no, I did not bring one. But I can come up with one. I have a million plays.
What topics are you interested in? Like, what topic would you want me to bring up that I haven't?
Well, we talked about F1 yesterday, so not that, right? We're talking about hobby. I'll ask you some questions as we wait for people to try to come in and StreamYard. Maybe through Discord. Maybe they got to open up the StreamYard link in another window instead of trying to click it straight through in the Discord, guys. But so I'll ask you some stuff. Tell me something that exists in the hobby right now, whether it's a content creator, a business, a company that you don't think will exist in 12 months. Something that's here now that you think will not be here in 12 months. And then, after you got that, I'm giving you some time to think. I'm vamping now.
12 months?
Something that
PSA subbers
is not here now that will be here in the next 12 months. Something that somebody's going to create or bring into the hobby in the next 12 months. So you think PSA subbers? Talk to me.
It's gonna be there's gonna be PSA subbers, but there's gonna be like 3, 7, 10. There's not gonna be 44.
So you think like every Tom, Dick, and Johnny are not going to be send me your cards for PSA subs? Okay,
yeah. I think there's gonna be a cream rises to the top. They're gonna add a lot of value. They're gonna have to build a website. They're gonna have to turn a side project into a business to stay.
Okay, is it because PSA cuts down, or just people will know these are the guys you send to?
I think PSA is gonna squeeze the middle. I think Fanatics will squeeze the middle too. Like we're not so far away from Fanatics as people realize, because I will start doing that prep. But what's not here that's going to be here in a year?
Yeah.
A custom-made card company. That's like sick. That's
like you can make your own card, like an on-demand make your own card.
Yeah. For sure. Unlicensed, something like that, where that's cool. One of one is kind of a preview to it, but I think you could make some really cool cards. And I think here's how I actually see it. Like, if I were to do an NFT, I would also want to have a tangible product that goes with it. And I think it would be cool to have a company that can do that for you.
All right.
Let's invite. So let's see if this person's with us. Steven and Narded. I don't know if this is a prank or a joke. And then we'll add Tony Harley in right after.
Nice. Well, listen,
Steven, what's going on? Cage left us. I'm going to add Tony in because this person's not ready. This is exciting. Tony, my man.
Andrew, what's up?
I saw Luke there earlier.
Yeah, Luke was there. Yeah, he's got PlayStation issues, so he's having a rough night.
That's not a rough night.
Congrats, guys. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Glad
What's going on, Tony? What's new?
Not a whole lot. Just wanted to be a part of this, and 500 is it's special. I mean,
yeah,
athletes that play 500 games don't even show up for work every day. So,
I got to be honest. Sometimes it feels like work, but sometimes it doesn't. Do you remember how you found our show? Because I remember you messaged me like, I don't remember when it was, and you're like, I just caught up and binged watched every single episode.
Yeah,
that was the originating OG text.
So it was just something I caught on YouTube once, and it was like November, and I had been watching some other things, and I'm like, hey, I'll give these guys a try. They look like they're having fun, and it was like 35 days, 87 episodes, a lot of pizza, a lot of beer. It was great though. It was awesome. That was the best.
In those first 87 episodes, how many times did Andrew pick Tyler Hero as his play? That's what I want.
Dude, my call was spot on.
but
it was right, then it was wrong, and now it's right again.
Right, but here's my thing. I did all that, and then I welcomed you to the National. I'll never forget that.
That
was
a
great
man.
moment. I happened to be there when Cage walked in. The building just stopped. There was it was awesome.
That's it, man. It's fun stuff, and yeah, that's our marathon, man. Tony, the Steelers fan, I love it.
Yeah, well,
not a good week for the Steelers.
No, it's embarrassing. So when is Cage gonna go to Cancun and do a live episode there? That is my question for the show.
I can't believe he hasn't come.
I
can't believe he hasn't joined.
Book it now. You ready? February 30th.
I will accompany you if you will go. I'm saying this on air right now. I will show up with you.
I don't know if that helps or hurts your case.
I'll hang out with Tony. I'll definitely hang out with Tony. Tony in Mexico?
I don't know if that's true. You love your kids.
Watch out.
Yeah, but I want to go. I'll bring them. I don't care. But I want to see Cage go to Mexico. This has got to happen.
Listen, I mean, it'll happen. It'll happen eventually. It's got to happen. We'll find a Mexican sponsor that will send me to Mexico. I'm trying to think what it's going to be. Maybe an empanada company. And I can, that's the deal. But yes, that's got to be in the works, Tony. And like I said, February 30th, pencil in the calendar, February 30th. I'll do it then.
Tony, I have a gift for you.
All right.
So I pre-bought these cards. They have this is the blue waves, and these are the silvers. Okay.
Yeah.
I need you to pick one of each, and we'll rip them.
All right. Scroll. Get your last silver pack, whatever that one is.
Ooh, Tony's got a strategy.
Right here?
Yeah. Take that one.
Okay.
Yep, that one right there.
All right. And this is your world. I'm living in it. So you tell me I could start with the silver over here.
I'm calling it now. He's getting a rookie silver. Evan Mobley, Jalen Suggs.
Oh, I would do anything
He's
for
getting
Evan Mobley. Man, he's Luke and I might go to the Warriors game tomorrow night.
He's out. He sprained his elbow. I apologize. I don't want to burst your bubble. But
Yeah, I know.
where do you want me to start?
Let's go middle top row.
Okay.
Nice. It's going to be a base card. And it is
A little book?
Devin Booker.
All right.
Watch out for the Suns. The Suns have the best defense and the best offense right now. Or best offensive lineup in the league. So, all right, let's rock.
So I'm going to give back a little bit here. So the left and the right one, Ian gets those two.
Whoa.
You're gonna make my job so much more complicated.
You got to
than it
keep
has
these.
to be.
Ian does not comply with the Panini user agreement. You need to be 18 years old. So you get to keep it, Tony. Top
All
left
right.
is another base. Let's see what he gets.
All right,
We want
go.
some Cavs here, right?
KD.
Oh, Durant.
A little Durant.
High.
That's a good one. It's a limited base out of 750. Most of the
Yeah.
base are 2,000. The Durant's
All
out of
right,
750.
we're warming
so
up.
that's a good
So
one.
go to the right, top row.
I'm glad we left the good cards for the audience here.
Cage likes this guy.
Yeah,
Who is-
Desmond Bain.
Oh yeah,
He's good, man. He's
Yeah.
very good. He's having a good second season.
All right.
So left one
man.
is Pulsar, right one is Silver. Left one is Pulsar, right one is
Let's
Silver.
save the best for last. So let's go Pulsar.
Pulsar. Give him a good one. Wow, white chocolate. I like white chocolate.
What the fuck is he doing in here?
I like white chocolate. He's good, man. That guy was
my
good.
Gosh. Jeez.
I
I
let
don't understand.
Ian watches videos of him. I got to make sure the kids know who this guy was. He was good.
He was hilarious. He was
He was good.
All
Come
right.
on, he brought
Was he
some energy.
good?
He was ahead
Yeah,
of the
let's-
game, man. That was
let's
that was
get
some
it.
energy right there. What do we got?
Dude, a little
Nice.
Denny Avija.
We're just talking about Denny. What number?
89.
There we go. Little silver
Cage was-
Denny. All right.
Cage was on him on Star Stock. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yes,
And
he
he's,
was.
listen, he has become much more of a role player than an offensive star. But it's just because they
I
haven't
was
asked him to
watching-
do anything yet. Go ahead.
I was watching the Wizards,
Mhm.
and I would say he's getting to be a buy. He's getting his confidence. His offensive game is getting better. Paul, I'll bring you in next. Just
Yeah,
let's
go for
do one more Panini pack. Let's do the blue one.
Here we go, Tony. No
right.
stealers in this. I wish
Tony,
there
you're
was.
going to remember your cards, right? So you'll remind me which one. It's going to be a whole process, but we're going to figure it out.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, we'll figure
Add
it
the
out.
gifting function,
We're gonna
please.
go on-
Yes,
First
please,
one this
Panini.
time.
We need the
First
gifting function. How are we supposed to do this without gifting, Panini? Let's go.
I might have to send Tony $5 or $10, and he'll buy each of these. For
By the way, yes, just so everyone knows, that's how you have to gift. You have to pay $1 for it. You have to PayPal $1 for each one of these things to move them. Oh.
Evan,
Did he get two of the same? Look at this.
Evan.
Is it Fournier twice? Both base cards are Fournier?
three of a kind?
no,
Just kidding.
what are you
Okay,
talking
good.
about?
Because it looks the way. Look at it on the screen. It looks like you
Oh,
have
yeah,
Fournier on the left and Fournier in the middle. It's just that you moved it to the middle to show it. Okay, I get it.
I didn't move
All right.
anything. This is just their UI.
Yeah. Well, it looked like there were two of them. Now,
Terrence Ross.
if there were two of them, that would be terrible. So we have Fournier and Ross. That's pretty bad. But this is what happens with a 330 card base set.
Let's go.
My Aunt Tilly has a card.
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce.
The
Blue
truth. You got a
Wings.
little Yao Ming in the back. All right.
All right. Hey. Thanks,
Here we go.
guys.
Let's go. That was
All right.
Paul Pierce. Tony, you're
Way
the
to
man.
go.
Thank you.
500 more. You can do it. It won't take. It will be over like you won't believe it.
It'll probably take like right around 500 days, give or take.
Probably. He's good at math.
Right before the national. It's like the Tuesday
That's true.
before. So
That's true.
yeah.
Well, listen,
All right.
sometimes we do 2 for 1s. You never know. We might
That's
get there a little early. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or maybe we could.
All right. Congrats, guys.
Talk to you soon, Tony.
See you soon.
Is there really a card show in Cancun? Was that last
No,
comment?
they want us to plan a
that would
card
be
show at
Cancun
Cancun. I
card
told you.
show. Fats pack.
I say
Let's go.
we rent a villa. We get all of this like just like homemade food, like ceviche, guac, salsa. Paul, what is up? How you doing?
What's up, Paul?
Hey guys,
Look at this guy's backdrop. Oh my goodness, Paul Weber. Look at that. Looking nice.
Yeah.
Don't tell us where you are, Cage. Guess the city.
Chicago.
One building. Well, not much clue.
I can't really see the building. I said Chicago, but
There's a river to my left.
Pan around.
How does it pan? Come on.
Move your whole entire screen for me.
Pan of pizza.
There's a river down there. That gives you a clue.
It's Austin. It's got to be Austin.
I don't think you could see the Rio Grande from there. What river is it going to be? I said Chicago because maybe St. Louis. That's a tall building. I don't know. There's rivers. I'm trying to think. Chicago. I said Chicago. I was right. Yeah, that was my first guess. Woohoo! Chicago.
I appreciate you joining us, man.
My kind of town.
It's nice to meet you. I think we've interacted a little bit on IG. I'm not totally sure, but I feel like we have.
Yeah, I've been a little off and on, but I do remember listening to you guys last summer. First episode 500 days ago.
Woohoo!
I was just searching Spotify for sports card podcasts, and you guys were admittedly starting out, which was great. You were just going to go for it.
That's it, man.
When you saw Lucas Tiger's bronze, what did you think?
You're like, what is this?
I was just like, there was such few content. I was like, whatever, I'll listen to it.
Listen in spite of the name, not because of it. I love it. That's great.
What was a play or like something that Cage or I said that stuck out in either direction? Like this guy's an idiot or this guy's like,
oh, there's a lot of that.
No, you guys have a great dynamic of Cage. So I've been involved like off and on for my whole life, but never like serious investing, kind of failed investing. And Cage obviously knows all
about failed investing.
You should buy the dynamics of all of it.
Dude, 1.5 floor by end of night.
Yeah. And he knows how it goes. And Goldberg, you're obviously trying to do the business and podcast side of it and learning all of it. So it's a great dynamic of it. I listen to all the other ones and they're obviously like either boring or don't give bad advice. It's easy to give advice when the market's going straight up.
Everybody's a genius then, right?
Yeah. I just turned off my work computer and I was getting out my cards that I thought were PSA standard ready.
There you go. Look at this.
So what do you guys think about basically all my cards that are ready to be graded that I've been sitting on that are worth $500 or more, I guess, or $400.
What do you got? Let's see.
So, got some weird ones. We got a Fortnite Peely.
Little banana. I like it. Andrew, you need to buy that, Andrew, for the banana play of the week on Whatnot. That is a cool card. Fortnite, man. We haven't talked about that yet, but
yeah.
I know Don Diego is all about those Fortnite cards. Bought one of the night cards.
First year Panini.
That's cool.
Yeah. Being in Chicago, there's this short print Obama shooting a basketball.
Look at that.
It's like, yeah.
That's cool.
It's like super short print. Got a
Obama's fascinating.
Hank Aaron. Look at this.
I'll put this out there. I believe that Obama's legacy is still in it. I would say fourth inning. Fourth inning for Obama.
It's always an inning. By the way, Paul, I can't wait to see what you have next. This is my favorite thing because getting to look at somebody's collection is like it's like the movie Being John Malkovich. You remember that movie where they're like inside John Malkovich's brain? You get you get some insight into people, and every collector is different. Look what we just had, 3 cards. We had a Peely banana from Fortnite. We had the President of the United States, and we had a vintage baseball card. Well, Hank Aaron. I can't wait to see what's next. What do you think it's going to be? A dinosaur, maybe? I mean, it's amazing.
Well, let's go 2 more. Was this 30 or Jordan?
Jordan. That's nice.
It's probably not worth as much as I paid. I think I look back at some of these and I bought them raw like February 5th.
Yeah.
It's not a very good time in the market to be buying.
Were you thinking of selling during the Last Dance, and you were like, "I'm going to hold through it"? Oh, it was just this.
I bought them in February 2021, so we're at the top of the market. But, and then just like a really roughed up Jackie Robinson 1950 Bowman.
Yeah, 50 Bowman. That's a nice card.
Yeah, it's really rough. I bought a good condition one that's like a PSA 4. That's probably my favorite card.
I love it. A little vintage, little presidential stuff. We got a little modern basketball, some Jordan in there. We got a little bit of everything, Paul. I mean, so what's your go-to in your collection, or do you just like you're a buy raw, grade, and flip kind of guy?
Bowman prospecting basically is what kind of makes most sense to me, and I think that the market's probably gotten too hot in that too. It's kind of all popular. So I'm not really buying much 2021, but still not a lot of 2020, 2019. Still have no idea if these kids are going to be any good. They didn't play much in 2020.
So Bowman prospecting, you need two things, and it's about as hard as it's ever been right now, right? You have to have patience. You never know which one of these guys are going to turn into anything. But more importantly, you have to put time in. And the returns, because everyone's doing it, the raw prices have climbed so much. It used to be a couple years ago where, you could take a shot on 10 of them. One of them paid off. You're fine. Because buying raw on these prospects, you could get in cheap. Now, you got to be right like 1 out of 5.
And I'm finding that once they fall off the top 30 prospect list, you can't hardly get rid of them. Yeah. Like I thought it was like, I'd sell them for a 50% loss, but I'd make 300% on the gainers. I can't get rid of PSA 9s of these guys that have fallen off the prospect list. So
nuts.
Were you at National?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I saw Cage.
You saw Cage?
Yeah,
did you or did you not have Portillo's?
He's from Chicago.
I live here. I live next to it.
He can have whatever he wants. And he can say it correctly too.
Go there all the time.
He can say it right too. Can you, as a Chicagoan, tell Andrew how to say
Portillo's?
Portillo's.
Not Portillos.
Not
pronounce it.
Not tortillas.
It's publicly traded now, by the way, if you want to buy it.
It's publicly traded. We've talked about it so much today. We got to be careful. I got to get
Portillo's is publicly traded.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Stock. They SPAC'd. They SPAC'd on us.
Oh, that sounds disgusting. But yeah, I mean, that was he has gone as far as to call it Bertoli's.
Wow.
And I'm like, he turns it into an Italian
restaurant. 2 L's. It makes sense.
Bortoli's.
So let me ask you. You live in Chicago. You knew Portillo's was going public. We give you so much value, and you didn't tell us they were IPOing for $29, and they're $55 right now?
It's doubled.
Yeah, I didn't know. One of my friends bought it just based on like the knowledge of this has to be worth more than it's selling for now. It's just such a great company. But
this is alpha. Paul's hoarding the alpha here. Yeah. Paul, that was a winner right there. You should have shared that with Luca Nation. We got to buy the stock. That's amazing.
I should have been waiting on it when we were there for Lollapalooza, 10:59. Locked the doors, half-naked women everywhere, just sprinkled around the streets. Literally, it was a shit show.
That's it, man. Next time Andrew's going to Lollapalooza, not the National. That's what he said.
That was my nightmare. They're just screaming and
over the rock and roll McDonald's that's across the street.
That McDonald's was crowded, line out the door. It was nuts. I'm willing to wait.
Closed at 11.
I'll be willing to wait online for a McDonald's, but that was a crazy line, Paul. That was nuts. That is interesting stuff. You gotta love.
Let's rip some packs.
Hey, there we go. Let's get.
You can keep talking about it. I'll pull them up, but I want to 1 blue, 1 silver. Okay, Paul. I know digital's not your thing.
Any takeaway from the National? I mean, you're lucky. You got to meet me. That's a good thing, right? Was I an ass? Did I spend? Did I chat with you for like 2 seconds?
No. You gave me the. You gave me one of those Mookie Betts.
Yes.
And I'm the one who I gave it away to some.
Yeah, you gave it to a
kid. And then that kid, I think, was tweeting or something.
There you go. There we go. Paul's the man. We pay it forward. It's what makes Luca Nation the best.
Yeah, like do I have to have a Panini account to accept these? I don't. I guess I have one.
You'll create an account and you'll buy free. These for top dollar. It's a scheme. We're gonna set the high score.
High score. Andrew having some fun.
The wine is kicking in to the point where I don't know what to click next.
Look at this. He's having a
NFT.
By the way, Panini's going to watch this and be like, oh my God, he can't even get to the packs to give them away.
All right. So we got blue wave and then we have silver. Silver is out of 149 cage.
Yes. And silver
has
comes
a pulsar in it.
Yes. Pulsar, blue wave, and 2 base. And the blue has 2 base and a blue wave.
All right, pick your.
I'd rather have the blue wave.
You're gonna have both, so you're in luck.
Boom.
What my baby wants, my baby gets.
That's it. And nobody puts baby in a corner. Pick one: silver or blue wave. Which one do you want to do first, Paul?
Blue wave.
Boom. Give him a blue wave.
Go ahead. Tell me on the stop. Take it outside. Take it outside.
He says top left.
Sure.
There we go. Wait till you see what I got you. It's going to be Jay Crowder. Let's go. Big winner. No whammy.
Dad Young.
Bulls. Didn't know he was
Dad
on the
Young.
team, but it says Spurs. Oh.
Yeah. Bam.
Bam.
Yeah.
Look at this little action shot by the photographer with the hand right in front of his face. Almost.
Patrick Ewing.
Patrick
Stop.
Ewing.
Let's
What do you
get
guys
this
say?
trending.
What do you guys
Listen,
think about all these sets that are just putting in all the veterans just to fill the?
When you are a Chicago guy, you got to like Patrick Ewing. Because Patrick Ewing, that was your doormat for a very long time.
Yeah, I was a little bit too young to care about.
Oh,
the rivalry,
I'm
but-
old. I'm sorry. No, this is what Panini does. People don't realize that because a lot of people who are in the hobby in the last couple of years haven't actually opened a box of Prism. But Prism has always had fillers in it. Back in a decade ago, if you pull out, Bill Russell card, they're in there, even autographs. LaMelo, hey now. That's out of 1250.
Nice.
That's also a smaller base.
And enjoy dinner at Portillo's on
There
LaMelo
you
Ball.
go. There you go. Andrew
This
just
is
gave you this.
It's a new Panini that everything's numbered, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, here's my take on that. What does a grading company really do? Do they grade the condition of a card? Is a 9 or a 10 really that different?
Yes.
Or are they just artificially limiting supply of base cards?
I think it's a kid who worked at Portillo's 2 weeks ago who they hired, who spent about 8 seconds looking at a card that was at the low sub level, and they gave their quick opinion. That's what I think it is.
So this just cuts out the grading, and it's like these are all numbered, so you could compare apples to apples. That's where I think digital cards are good for base, and that's
But it's the reason that memorabilia and merchandise at concerts are so popular. Like we want something tangible when we go home at night. Like
Cage has some ideas, like for challenges for the LaMelo Ball splash. Who the fuck is this? Stop putting in guys who aren't even on the roster.
Say his name. Marcus Zagorowski.
Zagorowski's a Polak. He's a Polak. It's obvious.
Oh my God.
No,
Just
he
list
is.
these on eBay if you want them. Cool Papa Bell auto.
Look at that. Look at that. That's nice stuff. Listen.
Fleer Metal. Robert Parrish, Fleer Metal, Chicago Bulls.
See? I like that. Guess, give a play. Manny, come on now. Give the play. The play
You're
was
on the spot.
buy Portillo's stock.
My play is to. I'm glad I've heard you guys come around on this a little bit. Buy PSA 9s, PSA 8s, especially when I think if you do a blind taste test with people and you lay out the cards and don't show them the grade or you show it to them raw, they would never be able to tell the difference at all. Some of them are obvious and, they deserve the grade they get, but a lot of the grades are errors. And I'm glad that there's a world of, if it's a cool card and we want the card, the 9 is totally fine. It should be worth less, 20% less, but not 300 or 1,000% less.
I love it. PSA 9s. That's the collector's grade soon. Will there come a time, Paul, where PSA 9s are less than raw?
There will be a time, is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I'm asking you. What do you think? Because they're pretty damn close.
Oh, for the Prism base because people are trying to gamble.
Yeah, exactly. Because people will buy a raw card hoping that it's a 10.
But the grading cost would have to be low for that to happen. Yeah,
it's true. It's very true. It's interesting stuff. PSA 9s. It's a mint card. PSA 9s is a mint card. People forget that.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Andrew?
They're saying Zagorowski is an American name. Now I'm literally confused.
Well, I will say this. It sounds like someone who could be from Chicago, like a third-generation immigrant.
They're all Polish, yeah.
So we got Paul on. He's from Chicago. It sounds like a good play.
Yeah, but Corey's right. He said, I'm Polish and I've never heard of him. So I said, I'm on Wikipedia digging.
There are Americans out there, Corey, that I've never heard of, too.
Paul.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, brother. I'm going to bring Victor Plant Street Collectibles on.
Yes,
thank you.
Victor.
Yes. How's it going?
Plant Street. Look at this guy. What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
We can. Big
There
thumbs up.
There we go. We're live. Good to see you guys and happy 500 episodes, baby. That's amazing.
We talked to this guy. It was like, hundreds of episodes ago. I love it. It's great stuff, man. You still making your way in the world today? Takes everything you got.
Yes, it's definitely been a grind, but you guys keep me motivated, positive, and just keep learning and growing with you guys.
That's the deal, man. That's the deal. Go for it.
During our time, and I don't remember when this happened. I wanted to ask you about this when I saw your little thing pop up. I was excited. You got a grant, or you became like an eBay business in 2021 or 2020 last year, right? Am I saying it right? Like, how's that been going? Because it sounded like a big deal. I don't know what it entailed, but I was like, dude, that's fucking sick. Like,
yeah. So I was really lucky. So eBay every year, they do something called a small business grant, and they actually they'll select 50 people. You can sign up. Anyone that sells over like a certain threshold, like under 200,000 and like over like $30,000 or $40,000 in sales on eBay, you can apply for this grant. And I was like, what the heck? I might as well, sign up and see if I can get a grant with eBay, because I know that would help me grow my sports card business. And I signed up, and I got a phone call, and we'd like to ask you and interview you. And I did an interview, and I was selected for a $10,000 eBay grant. That was about over a year ago. And that was amazing because it gave me further motivation to grow my sports card business on eBay, and invest more cards into grading, and do what you guys and then listen to your guys' podcast helped me be very positive during that time. It was very tough because I was laid off from my job during the pandemic, and listening to you guys in the podcast, your positivity, and then you Andrew saying about the snowball effect. Sending cards into grading, multiplying your money, you know what I mean? And with all that, the grant and listening to you guys, I've been able to really, be able to survive without having to do a full-time job. This has been my full-time job, is doing sports cards over the last 500 episodes, listening to you guys. It was basically you guys starting this is actually me starting my sports card business. And I've listened to you guys every day and grown with you guys and learning to, invest in the GOATs and continue to learn and grow. And that's what I love about this community, what you guys are doing, is that, you guys are helping people like me, motivating people like that start from nothing and been able to grow into something bigger. And that's what this community is all about. So, it also have to give it to you guys too for helping and motivating me along the way.
Well, that's awesome. And it's been a crazy ride, right? I mean, a year and a half. You're a small business. There have been good days and bad days, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's not always been roses, and it's tough. Like some months it's tough because like especially with PSA closing down, that kind of stops me from getting cards in. SGC, like the prices on the slabs are going down. Like the market is insane right now. So it's all about, I think, adjusting, learning, and also thinking ahead. And that's why right now I'm thinking a lot about the next year's World Cup, and thinking about guys that, could make an impact.
Victor, how long have you been in business for yourself?
So about a year, about 5 months now.
That snowball effect with cards, it also applies to life, because I remember my first 3 years of business for myself, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is just, it feels like you push a rock up a hill and then it rolls back down even farther from the place you started, right? It's like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Mm-hmm. But that snowball effect, if you stay with it, it really does start to accumulate, and you could build life momentum. And if you start putting together one good day after another good day, man, that's where the snowball effect came, Cage.
Listen, I love the snowball effect. I mean, I do it pretty much daily with my food consumption. And what I notice is I eat a lot today and I'll eat a lot tomorrow, and then it compounds. And by Christmas, I can play Santa and do it realistically.
You can't sleep well when you eat
the Diet Coke compounding. That's a lot of Coca-Cola.
No, but I mean, listen, Andrew, what you're saying is 100% right. And it's funny because I'll ask Victor the question. You kind of answered it already, which is great. So I love it, folks. But there are probably other people out there who are thinking about, look, he's halfway done with a bottle of wine. I love it. This guy's he's going to be fun.
And I haven't drank once. How many times have I drank this?
He's like a lightweight is what he's saying. But here you go, Victor, because there are people out there who are thinking about leaving their 9 to 5, maybe even listening right now. Other people in Luca Nation, people who watch this, and like, all right, this guy did it, you know. But it's good for them to hear. It's not the easiest thing in the world, and sometimes you have to ride the waves. If you could give somebody out there who might be listening to this, thinking about taking a plunge, you know, maybe starting a business, you name it, just one piece of advice. Besides, listen to Andrew. He's about to fight someone. He always.
I'm not that drunk, just so you guys know. I'm not a fighter drunk.
The positivity. I mean, you kind of already touched on it, so I won't let you cheat and do this answer. It's basically like you get creative in your mindset, right? Think. So, you know, where you're saying, hey, I'm going to look at the World Cup stuff, you know, SGC's going down. Yeah, what worked last month might not work next month, right?
Exactly.
So what would you say to somebody out there, you know, who's thinking about taking the plunge based on what you've learned over the last year and a half?
Yeah, the biggest thing I learned is, you know, is honestly to keep learning and keep and being open. You know what I mean? Like me being open to listening to you guys. You know, and continuing to learn and listen and opening your mind, joining the Discord, doing different things to connect with people. You know what I mean? When you're in it and you are actually learning each and every day, that allows you to really, you know, be nimble and take the next step and change what you're doing so that you can adjust. You know what I mean? There's too many people that get caught doing the same things, and even I get caught doing the same things and thinking that I'm going to make money continuing to send the SGC when I might not be getting the right returns right now that I want on the card. So it's about adjusting and learning each and every day, and also thinking ahead. Biggest thing is thinking ahead, like, because if you aren't planning ahead, then 4 or 5 months from now you might not be successful anymore. You have to, in this hobby, you have to be thinking ahead. You got to be thinking about that World Cup. What's going to be selling during the national next year? What's going to be selling at the end of next year? You got to be ahead of these trends, because if not, you're going to get behind the 8 ball, and then all of a sudden you're not selling cards anymore. You have to sell your personal collection, and then you're in big trouble. So that's more for people that are doing this as a job. If you can do this as a side job, then you have maybe a little bit more of a luxury with a regular job to play around more. But when this is your full-time job, you have to really take it serious, and that might have to be the mindset. Take it serious, and so that you don't lose that money, but you continue to make more money.
Love it.
Cage once yelled at me for when I called myself a professional.
I did.
What are you a professional at? Let's share screen and go to the. Are you on Panini Direct?
It's gonna be now.
I'm definitely on the.
Look what we're doing. We're onboarding so many people for you, Panini.
Hey, I literally, this is what marketing looks like, guys. But anyway, it's free. They're not a sponsor. So here's one blue wave. Here's one silver pack. Pick yours. Tell me when to stop. Whatever one you want. Wherever you're feeling the mojo.
By the way, yes, anybody watching this, we are not, Panini did not sponsor us. We are not going to get $1 for doing this. This is
it's just fucking fun.
So top left blue and top right silver pack.
Boom.
Please.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much too. Just want to say thank you guys so much for everything you guys done. Congrats on 500 episodes as well.
Thank you, brother.
You guys are killing it.
Let's get this guy a banger.
All right, ready?
Let's get him like an Evan Mobley #1. Like get him something that's a move.
Pascal. Have we hit? I think we've hit one rookie who's not in the league so far. Just so you guys know, Panini. Oh, Corey Kispert. Name the college he went to.
Shooter.
Go. Come on. Gonzaga.
Is he a Zag?
Yeah,
he's got a Zag type of name.
I actually saw him play this past Saturday at the Magic game too. It's pretty good.
Nas Reed.
Awesome. I appreciate the pack. Thank you.
One more. The silver rookie. Big silver rookie. Who we got? Cade Cunningham, silver #1 and 149. That's a
yeah. Who are we going for? I would rather have Jalen Suggs.
Suggs, baby. Let's go for Suggs.
All right. Tell me where.
Top right.
There you go.
There we go.
This is it. This has got the Suggs silver #1 out of 149 in it.
Where are you at in the country? Where do you live?
Orlando, Florida. A small town called Winter Garden. Whenever you guys come down, definitely let me know. We'd love to show you guys around the town. Yeah,
Cage?
Orlando, Florida, baby.
I invited Cage to Vail. No.
Yeah, that's
Hard no. I invited Cage to Cancun.
Hard no.
No. Do you know his favorite place in the world? Epcot Center. He said, when you have all expensive trip planned to Epcot, I will be there.
Exactly. I'll go. Because Epcot,
wine.
did I tell you? I think I might have already told this story, how my kids were making fun of me because they had me watch a scene from Family Guy.
Mhm.
And they have the dad from Family Guy steps off a plane in Hawaii, and somebody meets him there with a lei, and he says to the woman with the lei, he's like, "Listen, I'm allergic to leis and pineapples and coconuts and poi," and he basically just goes on a list of everything you can ever find in Hawaii he's allergic to. And the woman says to him, "Okay, sir, well, is there anything you're not allergic to?" And he goes, "Yeah, the Epcot Center where I wanted to go." And I'm like, oh my God. So the kids are making fun of me. Because look, if there's anything good in the world, they're just going to make it in Epcot. They'll just copy it. You know,
that food and wine. So you've done the food and wine then, Cage, right? You've been to the food and
many, many times. Yes.
Awesome.
Many times.
Where you go, let me know.
Oh, I mean, I was there in August for food and wine. I should
Oh, wow.
Little Seti Osman. Okay.
Shetty.
Keldon.
Johnson.
Keldon. Yeah, check those serial numbers. See if there's like number 1 on there. What do we got? Another Denny? Man, listen, this is Panini collation. I've been complaining about it. People tell me that I'm insane, but that's the Panini collation. What do we got there?
See, I would never be a good breaker because I figured out their system and they're idiots. Like, why do we have 3 Denny of Aegis?
You'd be a good breaker if those
Stephon Marbury.
Little strawberry silver. I like that. Little strawberry.
I remember I went to like the Franklin Mills, which was like our budget mall, and you would buy these Starberries, right? But they were like, dude, it's crazy, Cage. I don't know if you grew up in this time, but like my parents couldn't just buy me like the nicest Lululemon stuff, right? So it was like I could get one nice pair of Nike shoes every year.
So what kind of yoga pants did they get you for the gym?
They didn't get me any, but like
Andrea.
Starberries were like the knockoff
What are
brand.
we talking about? Lululemon. What's the matter with you?
Well,
yes.
But did you live through that time? Like kids
no.
now, like my sister has like 10 different pairs of Nike shoes. Like growing up, I had one nice pair of shoes, and then I would get the knockoff Starberries.
Yes. I remember one birthday, I got a sweatshirt from Caldor Sport, and anybody can go Google Caldor. It's sort of like Kmart, but worse.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it was nice little. It had like a dude playing volleyball, like a stick figure playing volleyball. It was red. It said Caldor Sport. Yeah, man. I mean, this is it builds character.
That's what you got to do. You got to build that character.
That's the deal. You get everything for free. You're not gonna appreciate it.
Exactly. That's the way it is. And I really appreciate the packs, guys, and you guys have been doing such a great job. 500 episodes. We love you guys. Everything that you guys are doing for the community, and definitely excited for what's to come. This is just the beginning. You know what I mean?
We love you, man. If there's anything we can do to help, let us know. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you, brother.
You guys have a good one. We'll do food and wine next year, Cage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do it. There he is,
bro. Oh, fuck. I forgot to ask him. Manny, I apologize. I didn't ask him what the play was.
Plays from the guest.
We're at an hour 12.
Yep. 500 minutes. I love it. 500 episodes, not 500 minutes. This is about 72 minutes.
Do you want to have some fun?
No, I hate fun.
How come my play on Brain Vomit is outperforming your play of Cool Dogs V3 No Picture?
I don't know. What is Cool Dogs? I haven't looked.
Should I not? I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it.
Plan Street says Kylian Mbappe. I couldn't get into Brain Vomit because Shadowy Coder came into our group talking about how he didn't buy it. And he was selling it.
He bought it and sold it.
Yeah. So he didn't believe in the project. He came in and took a loss. So for you to buy it, it basically is announcing to Shadowy Coder that you think that his play is wrong and you want to be adversarial towards him and you want to say, all right, you think it's a loser. I'll bet the other side. It's sort of like when I am an ass and you say this game is going to go over and I say the hell with that. It's under. I'm going to fade Andrew. It's like you said, Shadowy Coder, I don't think you know what you're doing. I'm going to fade you on this play. So the more you cheer the success of Brain Vomit, the more you're rubbing it in to our very own Shadowy Coder. So I couldn't jump on it. But the Cool Dogs, I don't know. I haven't looked today. It's one of those things where I don't mind hanging on to. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be good.
I like that.
Is it down? I really haven't looked.
It's not down or up.
Okay, it's just kind of it's there. It's building a base. Cool.
I'm learning to buy and hold. I have this new strategy with cards and NFTs. Like I buy multiples, and if I'm right, I sell at a profit and hold one. Is kind of where I'm going.
That's cool.
Let's say I buy 3. They go up, let's say 10, 20, 30%. I'll sell one, but I feel good about holding the other 2 because I'm already in profit.
Yeah, that's
and it
cool.
gives me a little peace of mind.
There you go. Listen, if it works that way, that's great. Sometimes, though, the thing kind of moves. I did that with World of Women. And as it started moving up into the profit, I started selling. And, I was in them for 0.07. Once I got to 0.3, I was like, 0.35, 0.4, let me start selling. And I started selling at 0.35, 0.4 and regretted it.
But that's the scarcity mindset I started this whole episode with. You sold it and someone else profited and you profited.
Yeah. I mean, and that's good, man. And that's what makes the world go round. There's enough profit out there for everybody. And you know what? Take your profits because guess what? You're going to have losers.
That kind of feels a little bit better if you sell and somebody else profits too. It's kind of good karma. Do you believe in karma?
Sure. I believe in that you're supposed to do, how to say, do unto others as you'd have done unto you. The golden rule, man. I think it really is
They
important.
brainwashed you with that shit.
You don't think that's the way you should be? You should step on people on your way to the top? That's not you.
No, I think I treat people better than I expect people to treat me. If I treated people how I got treated my whole life,
that's not,
dude.
So
no
the saying
chance.
is not.
Chance.
It's not treat them how they treat you. It's treat them how you'd want them to treat you, and you want them to treat you the way that you treat them. So and the better you are, hopefully that rubs off, and they continue to they'll strive to be better as well. Who the heck knows, man? But yes, it's very difficult to expect from folks what to get out from folks what you put in. So
I was boxing today with this like 6'5", 215-pound. We're sparring like French African American black guy. It's not African American. What am I talking about? And it felt like I couldn't get to him with my jab. Like he was so far away. He had longer arms. He was bigger than me. It literally felt like I was like the kid that he was like holding. Like
hold your head and you're swinging like this, like the cartoon.
Yeah. I asked my coach, like, how do you get in there? And he's like you got to get in like Mike Tyson. Like he
inside.
Used to get in. He'd get inside and just smash people's ribs. So anyway, I'm gonna start watching Mike Tyson fight.
All right, there you go. He was short. He was a little guy.
And he had like these little T-Rex arms, right?
So watch Joe Frazier's fights, right? And watch the Frazier fight against Muhammad Ali, right? Because he fought ugly, and Ali was trying to fight at distance, and exactly, move side to side and float like a butterfly and sing like a bee. And Frazier was just relentless, just coming after him and not giving him any space. So that's how I'll tell you to watch. Plant Street's back.
No, look at the back. Can you move your head to your left?
Got the over here. Oh,
yeah, like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
There we go.
Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
It's got the Ali.
Should I rip? I'm gonna rip a pack. I don't give.
Rip a pack, and then
I don't care. I don't
we'll
even
say
care.
We'll say goodbye to.
Cage, I'm gonna do an amateur fight. I'm gonna do an amateur fight. I hope you're gonna be in my corner.
Most people who train, they do that. That is the goal that they strive for. I have heard this from many people. I'm gonna fight Dirty Gertie in Hawaii. I've heard these things before.
I'm going off scripture. I'm not gonna. That's not my goal. But you've taught me this. Like before, you could go and fight like in Vegas MGM. You have to set like little goals. Before you could have 100,000 listeners, you need to have 10,000, and you need to have 100, and you have 50.
I'll corner that fight. Let's go. Because
when you
the warm up fight's going to be chickens fighting each other, and then it's you and some other dude in Mexico fighting each other.
Yes, that's the main event.
In the luchador main event. You're not the main event.
I have the lock of the century, by the way. There's this guy named Chumayev.
You're gonna take a fall. You're gonna take a fall in your boxing fight. We bet against you. That would be the lock of the century.
No, because it's amateur, and I wouldn't take a fall.
Yep.
Do you know Chumayev?
Mm-hmm.
Is he not the next Khabib? The guy's insane.
He looks pretty unstoppable, but
dude, this guy. I don't know if you guys looked him up. Is CHIMAEV?
Chimaev, right?
Yeah, Chumayev. They say Swedish. She's not Swedish. She's from Kazakhstan. And they breed them differently there. I promise you. This guy, after just knocking the lights out of people with a smile, he's like, I will smash them. Just line them up, Dana White. I will smash them. 2 more. 84 pound, 84 kilo, 77. Line them up. I will smash them.
Here's a fun little piece of alpha. There are Panini digital of him.
The guy's insane.
I think he might have even been a challenge. Like a low number.
He's fighting in January. And do you think it's going to be in Vegas versus Burns?
Maybe. Gilbert Burns, Durant.
Would you stay for that fight? Yeah, in the works for February.
Oh, yeah. If it's, in the Apex, man, I got to get you in the Apex. You're going to be fighting in the Apex at the Mint Collective. That's going to be great.
I don't do mixed martial arts, man. Mixed martial arts is a whole different beast. Those guys are insane. They leg kick for days.
That's true. It's very true. You're gonna look at that LeBron Marvel. Look at that Anthony Edwards, dude. You got
this is a better buy. Like you could buy an Edwards for $75, and probably this ends on a bid for like $30, as opposed to ripping the whole packs.
Nice, $25 bid, $50 buy it now. That's a nice little round off. All right, I want to see you open your pack, and then we will bid adieu to Luca Nation, and we will say thank you for 500 episodes, and that's just the start. Believe it or not, it's just the start.
Are you going to color commentate? Thomas Bryant, he doesn't even play anymore. Good. Sadiq Bey, he's in Detroit, which is... I asked Putnam how much money it would cost to make you play for the Detroit Tigers. He said, I already live in Detroit.
Theo Maladon. All right, let's get that Pulsar. Come on, we want a big rookie for you here.
Nicholas Batum.
Silver. How about a silver LeBron for this dude? Let's go.
James.
It's not terrible. Terrible. Little Mr. Harden.
Not a single rookie.
Not terrible. Little James Harden action.
No, that's not the right place to click. A lot of basketball games tonight. My lock of the night is the Wizards to beat the Hornets, by the way. So bet on the other side.
So the Hornets win by 12.
Yes.
These
blue packs are stupid.
Will you finish that entire bottle of wine before the game's tip?
I'm kind of a tank.
Nice. Look at you. All right, let's go. Let's get some base rookies. Oh, you went right for the blue.
Yeah, I was kind of bored.
Aaron Nesmith.
This looks like Ja Rule.
I'd like to try to change Panini's mind a little bit about not doing every single card. But
Jalen Johnson.
You got a rookie.
No, that's nobody. That's not a real rookie.
Dude,
that's a cool card.
Anyone's heard of?
I'm happy because I like IQ. So all my money spent is happy because I like IQ.
Because you got an IQ, the second year IQ. You like that? A little IQ?
Yeah, and I like that celebration. A buddy I used to ball with had that 3-point shot. He was a shooter.
There you go. Well, listen, this was a fun one. 500 episodes. We'll do more of these live and get folks on. It's great to hear the stories. Great to hear the people who've been with us since the beginning. People we saw at the National. People who found us from day one. People who found us midway. People who are motivated when times are tough by Andrew's persistent optimism. I don't think there's anybody else in the hobby who shows up every single day with some form of positive. Today I woke up, my morning text from Andrew was not a text. It was a video. It was a motivational video about basically letting stuff go. Otherwise it'll basically paralyze you and stuff. It was a cool video. Shoot.
No, it was a teacher holding a glass and he was like, how much does this weigh? Right. And he was like, well, if I hold it for a minute, my arm will be fine. If I hold it for an hour, my arm will get tired. If I hold it for 10 years, my arm will basically fall off. But the weight hasn't changed, right? And it talks about the benefit of letting things go, right?
I liked it. It was good. I mean, I don't know about the 10 years because, your arm would definitely be in trouble if you held it anything for 10 years. But do you want to tell the folks what I sent you in return? I sent Andrew a video in return too. And no, it was not me naked. No, it was. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right. So Andrew
No,
tries to
okay.
send me. He's like a motivator, right? He sends me this motivating video. It's like it's like Mickey. I didn't hear no bell. It's like getting Rocky motivated before a fight, right? So I sent him a video of some dude who's just blitzed out of his mind online to get food, and he's clearly like 10 people or so ahead on the buffet line, ahead of his friends, right? And he gets up to this like crock pot, and he opens it up and sticks his entire backwards hatted head into the pot. like he's just like going bobbing for apples in there, and he pops his head up drunk, and he yells back to his boys, "There's mashed potatoes! There's mashed potatoes in here!" This is what I sent back to Andrew, and he probably was like,
The lady
"Why?
in the
Why am I
back,
getting
the
this?"
lady in the back's reaction is super subtle, but also very important to the whole video.
Oh, so I don't know what it was. I watched that. I think it was because Andrew put me in like a serious mood, and then I watched that, and I'm like, I just have to keep watching this. This dude is blitzed out of his mind, yelling about mashed potatoes. Anyway, this is what makes this yin and yang, this yin and yang. This is what makes this work. This is what makes Andrew is the cookie. Does that make me the cream? Are we an Oreo? Are we a piano? Are we black and white keys?
You did a show today with Shadowy Coder for Crypto
I did.
Casuals. I wasn't even there.
I did a show today.
How did it go?
It was great. It was awesome. It was a good flow. I convinced Shadowy Coder to show his face.
Yes, you did.
And he did, and it was awesome. It was a good time, man. It was a good time. And now, of the 3 people we have on camera, you are the 3rd most handsome. Congratulations.
Dude, what I realized in boxing, I have a huge fucking head. So it's
that's
it's
not
so
good for
easy
boxing.
to hit me.
You
It's
got to
terrible.
did he teach you to tuck your chin in?
Yes, but the weight of my head hurts my neck. Does that make sense?
This is not an area where I am ever going to make fun of you. Look at the size of this melon. Right? This is not.
Well,
I will
is there a
never.
proportion? You're 6'5".
It doesn't. I'm not 6'5". This is a head. Like, this is a big ass head. So I will not make fun. I got a big dome here.
When did you start taking such good care of your hair?
This haircut is like definitely
23 years old.
This is like in the last 4 years. This swoop over to the side. Maybe 5 years ago.
With the line.
I was still
Stop
maybe
negating the line.
Maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I still did the whole like to the front and like the flip up. Like the flip one there. I definitely rocked that haircut probably a good 3-4 years longer than it should have been rocked. I switched over to this one. Yeah. So, but the hair. This is one of the few things I have, man. So I have to accentuate this. One of the few positive qualities.
You're hilarious.
That's good too, but that's a fat guy thing. I think most fat guys are funny.
Can you see this hypothetical, like daydream? Let's say the show takes off, we become a massive success. Can you see yourself doing like stand up, not like full time, but like doing a series, maybe 10 episodes around the country? 10
Sure,
shows?
why the hell not? 100%. Listen, I wouldn't go as far as these guys, but my son he's infatuated with the Practical Jokers now. He thinks it's the funniest thing on earth. So, I mean, I wouldn't do that kind of a show, but yeah, I mean, they have like a stand up. They have like an actual live show now where they go to. So I would do that 100%. Yeah, why the hell not? A lot of people have told me through life I should have been a stand up comedian. I've heard that many, many times.
I mean, in reality, guys, our shows are stand up because there's not really much prepped.
No prep.
Like, it's kind of just like,
and I think you can
I have my show notes and then cage riffs as we go. So here we are, 7 p.m. The NBA games are about to start.
Guys,
by the way,
Cage
he has an insane prediction. I'm curious if it's still valid with Joe Flacco, that the Jets are going to go on a 6-game winning streak.
They are. Jets are going to win 6 straight games. Get your money out now. Get your money out now. Jets, surprising everybody. Win number 1 this week. Nation.
They're actually plus money this week, which is crazy, versus the Dolphins.
They're going to beat the Dolphins, and the momentum starts there.